Thanks for joining us back here for day 2 of the Hoop Quest Atlanta Tip-Off Classic. This first matchup is going to feature E1T1 taking on Team Power. Here in the matchup, this should be a pretty fun one to watch, given the firepower that's on the floor for both squads. So, jumping it up for E1T1, number 15, Dorian James, and number 32, Babatunde Shonmi for Team Power. As we are underway here from Harrison High School here in the Kennesaw area. On day 1, we were at Kennesaw Mountain High School. Here we are at Harrison High School, same city, different locale. Still some good basketball. Doesn't take us long for our first above the rim play of the contest as you get the assist there from Antoine Jones, the flush by number 15, Dorian James. So that gets E1T1 on the board first. Honor comes up with the steal, gets it to Will Richardson. He's a Georgia boy, but he's playing with E1T1, the Florida-based top-tier program that is here in state. To take advantage of some of the competition here at the Atlanta Tip-Off Classic as everyone prepares for the dog days of the travel season. Will Richardson gets the three-point play the hard way there after the free throw line finish. Richardson out of Liberty County there in Hinesville, Georgia. One of the best scorers in the state there as he and Davion Mitchell form one of the better guard corps, not just in the south part of the state, but the entire state as a whole. Team Power gets on the board after the deuce. That was by number 3. That's Tess Collins. Eight to 2. As E1T1 answers back. Rebound brought down there by Bryce Workman. Jones lost it momentarily, but he'll kick it out. That jumper off the mark. Trap coming there as both Honors and Dorian James all over the would-be ball handler and Brandon Thomas. So we're going to have a timeout on the floor as Thomas was caught between a rock and a hard place. So we'll step away for a second as well. When we get back, we'll bring you more Hoop Quest Atlanta Tip-Off Classic. Back out of the timeout here. 8-2 advantage for E1T1. Team Power coming out of the timeout. That's a fall away jumper. That one's nailed by number 24, Michael Zabatakis out of West Forsyth. As he makes it 8-4. Nice fall away jumper there. If your Team Power have to avoid getting caught in these trap positions, that's the second time in the last few possessions where they've caught Brandon Thomas there along that sideline. And my apologies, I think I've been calling Nick Honor Al Honor this entire game. He's definitely got the basketball pedigree. That's his pops. Member of the E1T1 program, also on the girls basketball side of things, Central Florida Elite program head. But that's the pops, the youngster, Nick Honor, there on the floor. And really helping be a thorn in the side of this team power squad here defensively, as again, Brandon Thomas gets caught in another tough pickle, has it knocked away. Team power still has possession, but barely. Baseline drive, and we're going to have a trip to the free throw line coming up here for Tez Collins. Collins at the line out of North Augusta High School. North Augusta, home of the infamous Nike EYBL Peach Jam. An event that needs no introduction for the E1T1 ball club. 10-6. Here's we are under the 12-minute mark in the first half. The cut and the fine. Will Richardson takes his time, lays that one up and in to make it 6-12. Timeout on the floor. We'll take it with them. E1T1 leading by 6. Jumper off the mark, offensive rebound, a little bit of contact. They play through it. That's what this time of year is about. Probably would have had free throws in the game setting here. In the high school game setting, I should say. This is certainly a game. As you got a universal foul there, travel ball or high school ball. As Honor takes the shot across the face there. Foul going to go against Calvin Mathis. Mathis not refusing to give up a freebie. Honor makes it 13-6. King Power gets it across the timeline. Three-pointer from the corner. That one's off the mark. Rebound. Got initially there by number 21, Bryce Workman, but it was knocked away by Shunmi. Brandon Thomas with the rebound. Thomas looking to go to work. Got past Honor, but he had two E1T1 members in Antoine Jones and Dorian James looking to beat that one. James kicks it to a wide open Honor. The hand is up, but that's still a splash there from Nick Honor. Honor makes it 16-6. Jump hook off the back of the rim, rebound by Babatunde. Things rolling for E1T1 here so far, as you see Antoine Jones drawing a couple defenders. It's a wide open opportunity for Honor. And that was a pretty good contest there. On that shot, Calvin Mathis got a good hand up. It was too late as Honor knocked it down. Thomas has that shot blocked partially by Dorian James. Finishes what he started as he gets it, but they'll turn it over on the other end. Here's Connor Frazier. Frazier drops it off to Thomas. Thomas lost the handle. And as Dorian James plays Klinko with that one. Richardson lost it there on the behind the back, so kick it over to Honor. Honor trying to get 2 3-point makes here in the first half. That one's off the mark. Rebound by Tim Williamson. If your team power, E1T1 doesn't need any assistance in terms of some of these turnovers that you're seeing. Got to be able to take better advantage of your offensive opportunities, given how hard you got to work on the defensive end. Jones gets the first free throw. And gets the second. Makes it a 6-18 advantage, lead now 12, largest lead of the game for E1T1. As they continue the pressure. He hit a nice fall-away jumper about 5 or 6 minutes ago. Did Michael Zabatakis. Can't get that triple to go. Couple substitutions in for E1T1 number 4, Samir Stewart. Also number 12, Josh Mbala. Number 20, Jai Clark. And number 3, Jimmy Bean. Catch and shoot 3. Somebody closed that door. That one off the mark. A little too strong there for Jai Clark, who's just trying to get loose. Meanwhile, we got a conversion on the other end as that one's laid up by Zabatakis. Make it 18-8. But not for long as Antoine Jones finishes with the nice move. Lead back to 12. Jones out of Oak Ridge High School. Oak Ridge, a participant in last high school season's Tournament of Champions Classic. That was there on SUVtv. A lot of good talent, including Oak Ridge out of the Sunshine State. Scored that one for number 25, Brandon. Actually, that's another number 25. I've got number 25, Brandon Thomas for team power. Don't have the big fella that just scored on the other end for him. So I have to get that at halftime. Josh Mbala makes it 22-10 for E1T1. Getting on the board with the triple there is number 12, Connor Frazier. 22-13 is your score. Antoine Jones, they leave him wide open. shows you what happens when that occurs. 13-25 now. Offensive rebound and a lay-in there by Mbala going to prompt the timeout, 16-27. Here as we take another break in the first half. Back out of the timeout, an 11-point game. Team Power showing a little bit more life on the offensive end here over the past few possessions. Can't get that three to go. Antoine Jones with the rebound, looking to convert defense into offense there. He'll take another trip to the free throw line. Jones knocks down both free throws. Snatched out of the air by Jimmy Bean. Each one teach one off to the races. Here's Stewart. He'll stop, pop, can't get the shot to fall. So I have a foul on the floor. Team Power moving it around. First attempt, no good. Reinforcements there, number 25 for Team Power. They've got two number 25s. I'll have to get the name of the second one for you there at halftime. 11-point game. Honor gets tied up. Push in the back, going to go against Antoine Jones there. Cross-court pass now. Here's Tez Collins on the drive. Foul on the floor. Honor loses the handle out of bounds. Collins will try the mid-range J. Off the mark, Honor with the rebound. Pass ahead to Richardson. Richardson will get called for the double. They fell a little bit too much mustard there. That one spun off of the rim, but he sticks with it. Lays that one up and in. He's provided some good hustle on the glass and also finishing with close proximity. He has number 25 for Team Power. We'll get that name at halftime. A funny exchange. One of the coaches for Team Power, as we were chasing down those rosters. You know, it can be tough, especially on the events that aren't during live period where the roster books aren't available. Trying to chase down the roster. And the coach said, man, you know, just go ahead, let these guys warm up. And I mentioned the importance of us making sure we have the roster so that when players make certain plays, we can make sure we have their name instead of saying number 5. You know, number 25 has rebounded the ball well off the bench for Team Power. Has also scored it inside when they've given him an opportunity to finish. Want to be able to recognize that those accolades by his name, not just the number. So we'll get that corrected at halftime. But for any coaches listening that are busy, you guys wear a ton of hats. We understand that. But you got to understand and apply to your broadcaster, wanting to make sure that these kids are recognized, not only from a college coach standpoint, but just overall. So we resume play. Kick it to the corner. Three-pointer on the waist. Splash. That's Stewart. Samir Stewart out of Sagemont. Pushes the lead back to 12. Steele and Stewart with the lay-in. Stewart with the last. He's got the last 5 points. Baseline drive, the reverse. Leaves that just short. Babatunde can't hold on to it. Now here's Stewart. Two no good, and they'll pull down the rebound. Somehow Honor able to get the and one there. We take another look at that one. See Honor, he's just got one defender to beat, another one in the picture. As he takes the contact, protects the ball in the process, and is able to flip that one up and in. So that will do it for the first half. 22-36 is your score. We'll be back with more here from the Hoop Quest Tip-Off Classic.
The Atlanta Hawks Basketball Academy is camps, clinics, leagues, coaches' education, and tournaments.
I've learned to boost my confidence up.
From the dribbling to the shooting to the passing, it's just a great camp.
They get a chance to meet former and current Hawk players.
We're building kids on the court and off the court. It's about character and being a good basketball player.
I would say you need to come out here. It's so fun out here.
The Atlanta Hawks Basketball Academy is camps, clinics, leagues, coaches,
And thanks for joining us back here for the second half of E1T1 versus Team Power. Will Richardson at the free throw line there, connecting to make it 27-40. Pass intended for Babatunde in there for Team Power, goes out of bounds. Jones to Richardson. 0 guarding 0. Richardson has that one poked away from behind. Team Power coming the other way. The layup. Score for Tez Collins. Honor being given a taste of his own medicine in terms of being a pesky on-ball defender. As Brandon Thomas tries to tighten things up. Honor, a cool customer under pressure. Kicks that one to Jones. Jones can't get the shot to go. Rebound by Thomas. Getting the kind bounce there is Michael Zabatakis. The West Forsyth, the 10D, pulls Team Power to within 8. Honor to Richardson. Richardson will hand off to Jones. Jones, mid-range, good. Antoine Jones. One of those players that can fill up a box score and do it without looking like he's playing anything other than a casual game. Very cool demeanor on the court. Player that plays with good rhythm. I remember a coaching clinic session where associate head coach there at Florida State, Carlton Young, talked about how it's one thing to have speed as a guard and to get up and down quickly. It's another thing to play with a certain rhythm and a pace that's going to help keep your defender off balance. And Jones has that type of game. Triples knocked down there by number 15, Dorian James. James makes it 32-45. Thomas has that one blocked by James. He must have gotten him down low because it looked like a clean one up top. .13-point contest as Thomas heads to the line. Thomas out of Eagles Landing High School. Current boys basketball coach Clay Crump here at Harrison. Used to coach at Eagles Landing, had one of the better teams ever to come to through the state there, just when you look at their talent from top to bottom. Ended up winning a state championship over there at Eagles Landing prior to coming over here and taking the head boys job at Harrison. So a few basketball dots connecting there. Thomas connects on the free throw. Thought it should have been 33-45. I don't remember them ever putting Thomas's second free throw there on the board. And they finally get it on there, so it's 33-45. Rebound snatched down by Jones. Jones weaving through green jerseys and able to flip that one up with the left. So Jones pushes the lead to 14 points. That one scored off the glass by number 35. Looks like we've got 2 35s as well. I have 1 35 in Eric Graham. Don't have the name for the other one that just scored. We mentioned Antoine Jones. You see here, just smooth operator there, trying to thread the needle there. Able to bump off one defender. Switch to the left hand to avoid the other. So the lead now 12. Checking back in for E1T1 number 4, Samir Stewart. Stewart, Honor. Bryce Workman was at the line. Will Richardson and Antoine Jones for E1T1 on the team power side of things. Got number 35, Eric Graham. Got Brandon Thomas, who has the ball right now. Got Connor Frazier, Towns, and then a second number 35, who we still have to get the information for. Stewart with the steal, behind the back pass. Lost momentarily by Jones, but still enough wherewithal to hold on to it and flip it up and in for the lane, 35-51. Stewart, good handle, also has shot it well from outside. You see Stewart here set up what I thought was going to be a nice slam there by Jones. He'll just have to settle for the 2 points. Still the same 2 points either way. Didn't lose it out of bounds trying to dunk it. 18-point contest now. Jones off the mark there on the triple. Rebound by Thomas. Thomas with a nice finish, contested by Jones. Honor with the contested 2. That was pretty good defense there on that last possession, just better offense on behalf of Honor. You take a look at it. Able to stop on a dime. Still got a hand and face there on that shot. Did Eric Graham, but Honor able to knock it down nonetheless. Speaking of good finishes, we take a look here at Brandon Thomas. Avoids one defender, has Jones. And he's still able to finish over that outstretched arm. E1T1 looking the trap. Team Power gets it across the timeline successfully. Thomas, his jumper, off the mark. Rebound by Jimmy Bean. Honor with the pull-up. Rebound chased down by Thomas, who's been very active on both ends for Team Power. Couple Team Power alums out there. Christian Keeling, a great freshman season there at Charleston Southern. Tez Collins gets a triple of his own. Really don't understand how the conference freshman of the year was given to anybody other than Christian Keeling. I got to do my homework and really examine the conference from top to bottom. But you show me a freshman that had a better year than Christian Keeling, I will gladly tip my cap. Timeout on the floor, 44-56. We'll be back with more Hoop Quest Atlanta Tip-Off Classic. Coming out of the timeout, it's a 12-point game in favor of E1T1. Samir Stewart with it, guarded by Thomas. Now over to Honor. Ball poked away. Good defense by Team Power. Thomas converts there with the nifty two-step. Good work there by Brandon Thomas. Pulls Team Power to within 10. There's Mbala putting it on the floor and getting a trip to the line. Let's take a look at that last finish by Brandon Thomas. Talked about his energy on the defensive end there. Number 0, Tim Williamson comes up with the steal, gets it ahead to Thomas, who does the rest. Nice usage of the two steps there en route to that layup. Somebody closed that door. Big fella off the mark on the first free throw. Too strong on the second. That one blocked. But a foul called, and that'll send Tess Collins to the line. Second free throw misses. Mbala with the rebound in the hands of Nick Honor. Don't believe that young man's got a breather yet. Not that he's complaining. Stewart defended nicely there by Williamson. Ball lost momentarily, but gathered in time to splash the triple. Jai Clark out of Apopka. Laying there by Towns for Team Power. Ten-point game, you got to give Team Power credit. They haven't been rolling on all cylinders by any means. Not to say E1T1 has been at full tilt, but they've had more runs and have been able to sustain consistent scoring more than Team Power has it, up to this point in the game. But with all that being said, Team Power still just down 10 here in Kennesaw. Here we are out of the timeout. Samir Stewart dealing up top. Kicks it over to Honor. Honor, quick step. A little bit of contact there. Officials let him play through it. As Honor has reinforcements there in the form of Jimmy Bean. Makes it 49-61. Will Richardson checking back in for E1T1 as Nick Honor has a seat. You can tell Will Richardson still getting used to his teammates out there. I mean, that's really what all teams are doing at this point in the season. But with Richardson, he hasn't been his normal steady and high-scoring self here so far. Part of that is the amount of weapons at the disposal of E1T1, as Samir Stewart is certainly one of them as he knocks down that triple. But also with Richardson just getting comfortable with the program. Answering right back with the splash is number 0, Tim Williamson. So a 12-point game. Trying to get back-to-back threes there with team power. That one's off the mark for Connor Frazier. So we'll have a foul there on the play. It's both teams trying to start a little bit of a three-party there, as that one is about a foot inside the volleyball line for Samir Stewart. Hand and face, still ice cream. Stewart out of Sagemont. Stewart out to Honor. Honor being guarded by Zabatakis. Nobody caught that Mbala screen out. Now here's Stewart. That one's off the mark. Zabatakis with it. He'll turn it over now. There's Jones. Jones misses. Josh Mbala doesn't. Richardson trying to step up the defense. He'll get called for the foul. I can respect it, though, not having the game offensively that he normally has, but also not forcing it. Just playing within the team and looking to make contributions on the defensive side. Just seems to be catching a tough break. Even if they called that first foul, that second one that wouldn't have been a good call in an organized game, especially not during the travel ball season where you like to play through a little bit more contact. Still keeping order, obviously, but it's not about shooting a bunch of free throws. All about letting these players play and showcase their talents in a very competitive setting. That's what we have going on here. It's a 14-point advantage. Jones has that one beat, but we're going to have a foul, as the officials just seem to have gotten a little foul happy here over the past minute or so. That's on both sides. Had a couple suspect calls against Richardson. There, looked like a pretty shaky one there on against Towns. It looked like he got that cleanly. And I say all that with the disclaimer that I understand as officials, it's a lot tougher to call the game action there while it's happening during game speed. You know, we can all sit back and play armchair referee. I respect and value their opinion. But sometimes it can be a little ticky-tack in terms of the calls. Hopefully we can get back to just letting these players play now that we've gotten that sequence out of the way. It's a 16-point game. Catch and shoot three. Money. Zabatakis out of West Forsyth. We'll make it a 13-point game as we approach the 2-minute mark. Stewart, pass just behind Jones. Jones can't hold on to it. Zabatakis working along the baseline. That's a wide open look from the opposite corner. Richardson rebounds that. Williamson had a great look at it. just wouldn't fall. If your team power, you could have used that 3 ball. With 1:50 left. Time certainly of the essence. Now, you're not seeing E1T1 take the air out of the ball and hold this like this isn't a high school game where they're just looking to preserve clock. I mean, they're still out here looking to get buckets. So if your team power, you got to get a few stops. The extra pass from Jones over to Will Richardson. Now, that's the Will Richardson we've grown sort of accustomed to here in the Peach State. Jones with the assist. Jones bumps off Zabatakis, gets caught in the air. That one's blocked out by Towns. It'll be E1T1's ball as we take a look at that last triple. Talked about Richardson getting used to the program. Jones makes a good basketball play there, but also a concerted effort to kind of get that look there for Richardson. These guys know what he can do. You get him a good look off of a solid basketball play. Several people talk about it, but my first time hearing the point articulated the exact same way he did. It was Jalen Rose just talking about how the basketball has energy. Not some huge revelation there. The more you move the ball, the more everyone is involved, the better it'll be for your team. But a lot of times you can lose sight of that. But Jones making sure he got Richardson involved there on that last play. This time he'll feed it inside to Bryce Workman, whose last name really fits his approach there in the interior. Showtime. Jones lost the handle. Team power gets that triple, but believe that is going to do it. So that will do it for this one. E1T1 with the 61-75 victory here at the Hoop Quest Atlanta Tip-Off Classic. Thanks for joining us here for this one on SUVtv.